Hey guys, Mike here. Welcome to the Income Driver. So today's video, I want to show you how to calculate your CPM rates if you are doing traffic arbitrage. So a week ago, I made a video about how you can make money doing traffic arbitrage. And if you haven't seen that video, go ahead and click it. It's on the link in the description. And so traffic arbitrage, for those who aren't familiar, is basically you buy traffic, you send that traffic to a landing page, and then you try to convert the traffic by placing ads to your visitors. Okay, so here's a basic example of how that works. So as you can see here, I'm using a sample website, and if you look right here, actually the way I got to this page, when you log into Google Analytics, you go to your acquisition, and under acquisition, you go to all traffic. Under all traffic, you will see this right here that says source medium, source of medium. And that's how I got to this page. Now, this is how this works. Okay, so let's assume that you have a landing page. We can go on the incomedriver.com and choose a landing page. Here's a sample article here. Okay, so, and this article is about, for you, it can be about whatever. But this is about how you can save money or ways you're wasting money or whatever have you. So, but for your website, it can be whatever. And you see a lot of people actually, when they do this, they put ads everywhere. So you have ads here on this blank space here, in the article, below the article, all over the article. But as you can see, this is a more cleaner page. But anyway, so going back to the traffic sources. So here you see that there are names attached to all the sources. And this is something that I'm also going to make a video about, how you can track or provide names for your traffic sources. And I'll have that in future videos. But for this video, let's just calculate how the numbers work. Okay, so let's take this first traffic source, for example, that says OutTMas. Okay, I'm just gonna click on it so we can focus specifically on this traffic source. All right, now let's read this. All right, so it says this is source, this is the name of the source. I'm just gonna go through all the tables so you understand what I'm reading here. So here it says users. Basically, this is the amount of users that came from this source, and then this is the amount of new users that came from that source. Okay, so these two are somewhat the same. And then session, this tells you how many times that users visited for the day or whatever have you. Or you can even go to the question mark, and it tells you, it says total number of sessions within the date range. A session is the period time a user actively engaged with your website. So for the most part, these three numbers are going to be close together. And then here is bounce rate. For those of you who are not, who don't understand what bounce rate is basically how long did a user stay on your website before they bounced off, meaning before they bounced off the site or the page, whichever have you. And according to this, it says 36% or 37% of my users bounced up, which is a really good number. The lower this number, the better. Okay, understand that. The lower this number, the better, or the farther lower it is from 100, the better. Now, next page shows your page views. This is the most important part, and this is what we're going to use for the calculation for our cost per 1,000 impression. So this tells you how many pages on average is visited by the user. And according to this traffic source is sending me, every user that this traffic source is sending me, that user is viewing at least 10 pages per visit, which is a good thing. All right, now let's do the calculation. Remember that cost per impression which is CPM, really means cost per 1,000 impression. Okay, so this is the keyword, per 1,000 impression. So our CPM for this traffic source is this number 10.50 times 1,000. Okay, I'm gonna repeat that. So our CPM, if you're calculating your CPM for this traffic source, it would be 10, is basically your page views times 1,000. And the answer we have for that is 10,500. Okay, so what this simply means is that for every 1,000 users that you get, you are getting 10,500 pages or page views from every 1,000 user. And this is how we're going to calculate our CPM. Now, assuming that you're paying 5 cents per user or per click. So 5 cents per click really is, you multiply 5 cents times 1,000 will give you $50 per 1,000 click, right? That makes sense. Now this is just random number. The reason I'm showing you this is because now I'm going to show you this. So let's minimize this. Now I want you to go to this website that says clicks.com/stat/CPM calculator. Don't worry, it's free to use. I'm going to leave the link in the description below. So here, this is how we want to calculate our CPM. Now, we've established here, right, that each click that we're buying, each click or each user that we're buying from this source costs us 5 cents per click. And if we buy 1,000, because remember, you have to do it by 1,000 because you're calculating per 1,000 impression. So if it's 5 cents per click and we're buying 1,000 users from that particular source, we'll be paying $50 for 1,000 user. Okay? And now we've established also, based on this calculation, that 1,000 users is equal to 10,500 page views, which is 10,500 impressions. So that's the number you put here. It says, you see where it says, actually no, sorry, that's the number you would put here. So we're basically trying to look for this. This is the box that's missing. So here where it says number of impressions, you put 10,500. All right, you're paying 50,000. It's not 50,000. Sorry. All right, so you're paying $50 for 1,000 users, and from that $50 that you're paying, you're getting 10,500 page views. All right, so now let's calculate what our cost per impression is. All you gotta do is click calculate, and boom, this, my friend, $4.76 is what I'm paying to get 1,000 users from this source. So now that you have this number, okay, let me bring out the notepad. So now that I have, so my cost from this source, OutTMas or whatever, sorry about that, just typo here. If my cost from that source, I think it's OutTMas or something like that. If my cost from that source is equal to $4.76 per 1,000 impression. What this means is that now I have to go find advertisers that will pay me at least this amount, but more specifically, you probably want to get a little bit more than that. So now all you have to do is find advertisers that will pay you, say, at least $5 per 1,000 impression. Okay, so that's how this works. So if you are spending $4.76 to get 1,000 impressions, then you have to find advertisers or ads that will pay you at least $5 per 1,000 impression. And what that means is you subtract $4.76 from $5, you get a 24 cents profit, right? That's your profit. 24 cents. Actually, let me put this. So your profit would be 24 cents per 1,000 impression. 1,000 impression. Now, here's the thing. A lot of you might look at this and say, man, 24 cents is nothing. That's nothing. But guess what? If you were to get, say, 10,000 impressions a day, or 100,000 impressions a day, or 1,000,000 impressions a day, guess what? Let's just pick a big number. Say you were getting 1,000,000 impressions per day. Okay? So now you have 1,000,000 impressions per day. If you're getting 1,000,000 impressions, then you divide 1,000,000 obviously by 1,000. 1,000,000 divided by 1,000 will give you 1,000. All right, now you multiply 1,000 by this number. So your profit per day will now be equal to 1,000 times 24 cents, which would then give you $240 a day in profit. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so I know this might sound a little bit complex, but please let me know in the comment area if you understand it or if you're still a little bit confused. I'll try to help you out. But this is basically the calculations for traffic arbitrage. And if you haven't seen my video on traffic arbitraging, definitely check it out. I'm also going to leave that in the description. All right, so that's my 2 cents for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Give a thumbs up. And if this is your first time, be sure to subscribe. Again, my name is Mike. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next video.